Hi everyone. Well, as I'm sure you're aware, last night MPs voted to further curtail our common law right of trial by jury, which of course is completely unlawful and illegal, for the simple reason that it's removing the barrier between the people and the state. It's removing the consciences of our peers to judge on the justice of the law. It's pure totalitarianism basically. The state is granting itself the power to write the legislature and then enforce it with a state paid employee, trial by judge. Pure despotism. So, I mean, there's complete outrage on X, if you're on X. I mean, and anyone who knows about what happened last night and what it involves, which is they're removing our liberties, they're removing our freedoms. That's what they're doing. But to be honest, this is a wake-up call. This is a lesson. So chaos teaches us what not to do. Chaos is a harsh teacher, but it is a teacher nonetheless, to quote Mark Passio. And on that note, I do have a passage a quote to read from one of Mark Passio's early podcasts. So when I read this, just think about the events that led to Magna Carta, the events that led to the Inglorious Revolution and the Coronation Oath Act, which denuded the king, and the Treasonous Bill of Rights Act, the Treasonous Bill of Rights that put wealth qualifications on jurors, completely unconstitutional. And then obviously them events led to so-called parliamentary sovereignty in the theatre of party politics, which has completely usurped the authentic rule of law. So just think about those events and how they come about, yeah? Okay, this is from Mark Passio on one of his earlier podcasts. Time moves in circular movements like wave patterns, and it brings us opportunities that we may have failed to learn from in the past. And often, even if we did learn the lesson, it will challenge us to prove that we learned the lesson in the past. And if we're not aware of those dynamics, if we're not aware of those patterns when they come up, we will squander those opportunities for learning and growth and advancement in consciousness. And suffering will be attached with that squandered opportunity. So that's very powerful. It's talking about the Hermetic principle of rhythm, where time moves in rhythm, and with it comes flares of consciousness that we have to align with. It's opportunities, it's cosmic lessons that we have to learn from, and if we don't, there are setbacks, and that what creates involution as opposed to evolution in consciousness. So we're being called to act. The universe is cosmically asking us, look, this is what you've created through your ignorance, your apathy, your cowardice and your laziness. Now you're about to suffer negative karmic consequences. I implore you to act and restore the natural order through your action. Intent alone and wanting or wishing things to get better is not good enough. It is behaviour, quality, free will decisions that manifest the conditions we experience. So we're all in on this, all of us. So now, given the events of last night, the Leveson and Lammy proposals, we've known for over a year that they want to further curtail trial by jury. Now is the perfect opportunity to put care to action. Let's passionately speak and educate our fellow citizens on our common right, common law trial by jury, the constitutional common law of the land. I mean, there was, just to put it into perspective as well, regarding putting the effort out there, there's MPs and lawyers who are saying so much more about this than anyone in the freedom movement, bar me, LW, Will Keat and Damien. And like Will Keat said on our recent conversation on YouTube, we're about to go over a cliff now, and there's still not enough voices in the freedom movement, the alleged or so-called freedom movement. But now is the perfect opportunity to really get out there, passionately speak about our constitution and educate. This is our freedom. The consciences of the 12 peers is what stands between us and the state. The jury is how enforcement is, the jury is how we the people grant or deny consent to enforcement. It's self-governance. That's its occulted or concealed or hidden mechanism or purpose. It's self-governance. It's the people saying no. That legislation is a nonsense. It's completely immoral, corrupt. You're not enforcing that. And of course, also, the Constitution gives us private free prosecution for people or MPs or whoever consistently trying to punish people with unjust laws. So again, surely that's an incentive for people who claim to want justice. If you want justice, then the mechanism to prosecute all the nonsense that's been committed against us by corrupt officials, that's how we do it equitably. Not by taking the law into our own hands, but by using due process of common law trial by jury, the rule of law. Natural justice. That's how we bring about all these. That's how we bring these criminals to justice. It's through the common law. So there it is. I really hope that these current events, these recent events, have highlighted the urgency and the need to restore the common law, our trial by jury. Let's get to it.